So I'm pretty cool with that. I should check to make sure that all my clerics have, or my spellcasters have their spells learned. Just quickly, as we've been picking up stuff randomly as we've been leveling up. Yeah, for instance, so here is Firebrand, or Wilting, Polar Ray. She can't actually scribe those. She can't cast spells beyond level 6 though, so there's no point. And I believe she's everybody. Yep, okay. So, I want to come here, quick save that mess, talk to the kingdom first, see how we're doing on time. What we got here? We have no projects being worked on. We got 17 days, 10 days, and 17 days. So what we could do is a region upgrade or claim a region. So our choices are Magic of the Abandoned Keep, but we can't do that because she's busy. We could do Trading Ground, but again, I don't know that that's a good one to do. I kind of like the idea of doing it though, because we haven't been giving a lot of choices for what needs to be done for Bakken. And this is the outskirts. This is where he's at. This is something that might benefit him and therefore will make him like us more. But at the very least, we definitely need to claim Dunsort. So what we're going to do is hard save this. And it doesn't matter who we put on it because it'll just straight up pass it. Got plenty of BP, so we didn't do it. Burn up 7 days. Territory is ours. Very nice. We'll put something down there, of course. And event-wise, a bunch of crap opened up. See that? Jaethal brings disturbing news. New threat has appeared at your door, and Jaethal wishes to discuss it. That's our undead inquisitor. Taxing assassins. Checking on it for the time being, and he's not very good at that right now, but we'll see. Howling wolves. Reg can handle that. Keston can handle the forest fey opportunity. Valor can handle this problem with 100% success. Okay, we got a problem here. So we have something that can't... Effin can't be at both places. Keston's busy. Storyteller on this. He's not as good. I want all the problems resolved. See that? So here's a problem. Here's a problem. Opportunity don't matter as much. Here's a problem. And here is Ekandayo again. And again, he's not very good at it. We have to give him a coin to get him like a 25% jump. Or pretty close to it. Basically a +5 to his roll. So he's doing okay, but that's why it's important to rank up our espionage. It's really, really lacking right now. So I'm going to start all these events. 100% doesn't need a coin. 61%, I could give him a coin, but there's really no need. We're going to scum save that. 100%, she doesn't need a coin. And he is at a 20%. He does need a coin. Because I'm not rolling that thing so many times that it finally passes. So, that catches us up on that. Let's go to the throne room, talk to this person first, and then we'll make our town, start upgrading the village that we just took over. First, we need to decide its location. There's Jaethal. I bring news. Not unexpected, a sizable group of elves from Keonan has crossed the border into your kingdom. They send a message to you. You may read it if you wish, but I can state the substance in a few words. We demand you turn over the murderer. We await your response. To the king of this land, we need not be enemies. Give us the criminal murderer guilty of the death of our children and friends, and we will leave your realm in peace. Be wise, ruler. Your lands have suffered greatly, and keeping treacherous monsters by your side cannot improve your kingdom's lot. We await your answer in the camp near the southwestern border of your kingdom. Travelers from Keonan seeking justice. Jaethal stares at you closely as if trying to assess something as she's studying you, considering the larger situation. I suppose we should meet with them. Back then, near the Thorn River, after the battle with the elven youngsters, I felt Ergothoa's presence again, for the first time since I was reborn. Now I feel something similar, a command, or the shadow of one. Besides, I don't like to leave my affairs unfinished. Let us put an end to this. Message from the elven adventurers. Does this situation somehow threaten me or my kingdom? I doubt it. They are not official emissaries from Keonan. If they were, then their interference would look quite different. Most likely these are the families of those foolish youngsters from the camp near the Thorn River. I assume they're inclined to fight, but they won't set ambushes or try to stab you in the back. First, they will surely try to negotiate. Elves, you know. Jaethal allows herself a sarcastic smirk. Being a big-ass undead elf herself. Fine, we'll meet with these elves. I am ready to strike out at a moment's notice. Elven camp has been revealed. We'll get to that here in a moment. Reveal my destiny. Alrighty. Okay, just checking to make sure there wasn't something going on there. We'll, of course, talk to the table real quick, make our upgrades to our town. Successfully met that, so let's go to our region. Map. Dunsword. Right, we need to swing on over to Dunsword and plop down a village. Where might we want our village? Not much matter. I think this one's going to be kind of like a who gives a damn moment. I'll happily put it in the middle of goddamn nowhere, quite frankly. I could put it closer to our patrons. That might scare the shit out of them, though. If I were to be honest, it'd be as far away as possible, so either here or here. I like this one, though. Sure, why not? And Plainsguard is nothing in it yet, so we literally need to start making buildings. This takes BP, which, as you can see, we have quite a bit of. So we kind of go hog wild here. But the first things first. We see we have a tannery for free we can place. And that can go right goddamn there. And the tannery, 1 BP per week. Penalty to community, penalty to loyalty, but that's only a -1 to each of those things. Can only be built in a separate slot, so boom, there's our tannery. And it was free of charge. Notice that we have a wooden wall. Definitely want that. In the middle, I almost always want to put a longhouse. Lots of things interact with it. They have to be touching it. Not diagonally, but up and down, left and right, so to speak. So orthogonally, I guess is the word you use. And I also like to put in a bulletin board, and that can go in the goddamn corner because it doesn't interact with anything. That's a solid bonus then for resolving problems in this region. So if something happens in Dunsword, where any of our advisors need to do a die roll, this is a +2 to their die roll because they have a bulletin board, or will once it's built. From here, I like having an herbalist house. So arcane next to a shrine, and a shrine is good when next to a longhouse. Let's make it here. So herbalist house can go next to the shrine. What else benefits a shrine? Monument. So that's more divine. So this is basically all these stats that we're seeing here. Notice I have +0s. That's just for this village. So until these things are built, you're going to see nothing but zeros. When you start making things officially, you'll see bigger numbers. The bigger numbers add to our stuff. We need more espionage. So you see that stat there, anything that's got the anvil look to it, on their choices up here is something that we would want. There's not a whole lot on here, though, that we can make that's anvils, sadly. Watchtower is one, but again, it needed to be built in a separate location. So, sadly, we can't make that. And it's only a +1, which is a shame. But it's still moving us in the right direction, so I probably feel bad for not making it. We need to go check out our other towns eventually, though, and start doing stuff with them as well. And there's other stuff in here that may have the espionage. For example, I want to say schools. No. Let's see, barracks. Stability bonuses, relations, and stability and loyalty. Granaries just community. Halflings making booze. Bonus to relations. Lumber yards. It's bonus to economy, relations. Orphanage. Community loyalty. Schools. Divine. Ooh, next to a shrine. Oh, damn. I missed out on an opportunity there. Well, I guess we had the monument, though. I'm happy with that. Shop. Economy again. Smithy. Military and economy. Tavern. Economy, relations. Ooh, espionage when next to a barracks. Now we're talking. Okay, so tavern next to a barracks. How would we do that? Barracks. Bonus ability when next to a longhouse. Let's do the barracks here. Or here. Do the barracks there. And what was that one? Tavern? Put that right there. And that'll give us at least a +1 to our thing. And I also need a teleportation circle so we can teleport here. So we'll make that there, I guess. And that's good enough for now. And again, that burnt up a decent chunk of XP, or BP, excuse me. But not so much that we needed to worry. And again, once we get to it, like I said, a specific spot, there's going to be a massive surge, if you will, of BP coming into your kingdom all the time. Or it rapidly gets to the point where you never have a problem with it. Until that time, it's always like, I need more BP, and you buy it. I need more BP, and you buy it. If you can ever get to the point where you never have to buy it again, that's to your benefit. It really is, because you're wasting your gold on BP. So, we have... Check our spell book, make sure we rested up. Oh, we got another spell missing. Is that because I buffed myself in some silly way? Does not appear to be so. So I missed out on an opportunity to have an extra spell. What do I want? Another haste spell. I think I did that the other day, though, now that I think about it. So something must have hit me where it lowered my intelligence, perhaps? That's always the thing. Yeah, we got everything we want here. Let's leave. And we'll just keep to the same team. They're doing good. No need to change shit up. And we have Jaethal, which is the key component to this. Well, alright. Someone liked my comment again. I am popular today. Look at me. I was making fun on this one guy's channel. He's a very good artist. He does a cartoon, comic... Yeah, a cartoon. He does a cartoon of D&D stuff. And he does, it's called the Animated Spell Book. Total shout out to him because he's amazing. And I always hate it when he takes forever for him to make another one because he's just that good. Today's episode, he was making fun of spell books, because that's his thing, the animated spell book. He says, I've talked about spell books in the past, but here's another thought. When you have a spell book, who uses them? How do you get them? How do you make them better? And then he talks about how you can literally, if your DM's a total jerk and sells off your spell book, or basically screws you over and burns your spell book, and now you're screwed. Only spells that you have prepared for the day can you take, scribe them now to your book before you use them, and start a new spell book that way. And now sadly, every spell that you didn't have prepared for the day is lost, and you have to restart a spell book again. He says, so obviously if your DM's a jerk like this, you should make a separate spell book. And it says it costs gold and it costs time and blah blah blah. So you have your backup, so to speak. And he says, and if you're smart, you could actually take that second spell book and sell it and use it to make money off of the cost of what it cost you to make it in the first place, and then some, so you could buy even more spells and make another spell book. He says, you could be a billionaire. And I put in the comment section that says, you know, you really should have said, instead of you could be a billionaire, you should have said a bullionaire, because we trade in gold, right? So that was the joke that I said. That's what people are liking. Anyway, back to here. We are going to teleport to Dyerburg. Entrez-vous, kind sir. Alright guys, you ready to kick some ass? Let's kick some ass. Now I'm just going to assume that this is going to be a fight. I mean, I can't imagine it's not. We're definitely not going to give them Jaethal. Unless she wants to go, I suppose. Hey there.
The undead is such a frivolous term. I prefer immortal, eternal, everlasting.
Little electric protection for the team as we're in a storm area.
I'll take care of it.
We get hit with a lightning bolt randomly sometimes. That is something that they do, which I think is fun to tell. Let's give her some black dragon wings because it's badass on Jaethal. That gives her extra armor.
I'm restless.
I know, buddy. Get your blower on. Start working that.
Request. What's the holdup?
Any brilliant ideas?
Buff up. I would have to wonder, anytime that you're in one of these kingdoms, let's get a little seed and piss on us just in case as well. And we're in our kingdom. No, we're not. So let's actually give ourselves some poison buff. I would wonder, you know, in a realm like this, in D&D type setting, Pathfinder setting, when you know magic is a thing, and you know that casting is a thing, and words are clearly power, when you see someone waving his hands and saying something, how many people panic? Because that has to be terrifying in a world where someone's flinging out like fireballs and flame arrows and all kinds of other kick-ass shit. So I wonder how many people bluff their way through stuff by pretending to do gestures. That would be hilarious to me. Guy that role plays or everyone thinks he's like the ultimate badass because he's like something happened, like pure dumb luck. Something happened. Okay. Just L's, L's, and more L's. Kind of nondescript. Let's come over this way.
I'm off.
Clearly the camp is up here. I don't like the feel of this. I'm going to get out some pets early. Because they take a while to summon. Let's just get this one out now. And I want a death ward spell on me for sure. And get yourself freedom of movement on yourself, Tristan, because I don't want you to be paralyzed in case the poop hits the fan. Oop, cutscene. What up, yo? Nortellara. Grave silence follows you as you approach the elves. They do not move, staring at you and Jaethal as if they were waiting for something, or rather someone. A young, dark-haired elven woman emerges from behind the crowd and greets you with a nod. At the sight of her, something almost imperceptible changes in Jaethal's eyes. It's hard not to notice their incredible similarity. Big XP jump. My daughter. My favorite creation and my most capable student. The voice of Jaethal is colorless and her facial expression unreadable. What a pleasure it is to see you leading this band of murderers who come for my head. Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. Murmurs of outrage erupt in the elfin crowd, but their leader remains calm. The dark eyes of the girl burn with determination, and there's a blush on her cheeks. It's amazing how much such small details change her face, otherwise nearly indistinguishable from the pale, lifeless face of her mother. I thought you would know that I wouldn't stay away. Didn't you always teach me to be responsible for my actions and follow things through? Well, this is going to be a family to-do going on here. All right, let's see what we got here. Give Jaethal to the elves. Lawful neutral. Here, take the criminal. So what the hell, man? This is supposed to be your friend, bro. Chaotic good. Protect Jaethal by any means necessary. I cannot allow you to kill Jaethal. All right, let's do the first one here. Listen to us before you make any hasty decisions. Jaethal is not to blame for the death of the young elves. It was Enio, the Inquisitor of Pharasma, who had set a trap for both us and them. Open your eyes, girl. Didn't I teach you to think with your head and not to fall into traps laid by facile provocation? You might have reason that I'm no use in killing those foolish young elves you wish to avenge. True, you had no use for it, but if there were any use for you, you would have killed them without hesitation, right, Mother? I know you better than anyone. I know how far you might go if no one stops you. Nortellara pauses and then continues sternly. I persuaded the court to send you into exile. I used everything I could, friends, connections, the arts of logic and persuasion you taught me. Ooh my, oh, sexy times. And achieved the mildest punishment possible. It was a mistake. If I hadn't done it, our unfortunate use would still be drawing breath. Love blinded me. You told me many times that our feelings are our worst advisors, but only now have I finally learned this lesson. It is my duty to stop you, and I will see it through. The elf turns to you. I'm sorry, King. I have no wish to invade your lands, but there's no other way. Give us the murderer, and we shall leave in peace. Hell to the no. Diplomacy check. And yet I ask you to leave. There's no need to spill any more blood on my land. Come on, Reg. Yes! Murmurs sweep through the elven lines. It seems that some of them are less determined than the others. The king of this torn land is right. We are not some robbers to attack his companions, even in the name of justice. XP! Okay, Chaotica, protect Jaethal by any means necessary. I cannot allow you to kill Jaethal. So we're going to draw swords or what? You leave us no choice, King. Look like some of our people abandoned her. That was probably from the persuasion check we just did with Reg. But alright, what we got here? We got, any elves behind us? The ones behind us may have left. So we got elf, Notarella, elf. We got all kinds of elves. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 people of bad guys. 5, technically. I don't know where that 5th one's at. Oh, there it is behind us. Okay, so it looks like we're surrounded. That's funny. Alright, I'm not going to kill her daughter. I will, however, go kill her friend. So, oh, nice shot. Oh my. I went right after her too, boy. Oh my. What the hell's going on? Well, die, loser. Tristan. Shit. You can't heal her because she's undead. Balls. Okay. We got this. We need to... Oh, no, that's not the spell I want. Ah, I go. Take damage, fool. One more tempting target, bro. Jaethal. After you to buff up Honey Bear. Activate that Bane.
Wretched.
Kill your daughter. She only gets 2 attacks? Oh, her base attack bonus is pretty lame. Yeah, that's the one problem with Jaethal. She's not really up there in levels yet. Okay. Where are we? Octavia's turn. 5 foot stutter step away from that mess so I can see you. I have a camera mod that allows me to rotate the camera. This allows me to see where people are a little bit better, so I can place things. There, I thought those were ants crawling all over that tent. So we can take them out this way, or at least set stuff up. So, how do we do that? Well, one, we have our cantrip, or our lesson quicken, and this ability here that makes everybody, as you can see here, considered sneak attackable. So basically flat-footed for purposes of our attacks. So I can literally hit her whether she would have been sneak attackable or not, and do sneak attack damage. So I did so. See that? That's a nice amount of damage for her. Now, having said that, I can do better. I have the ability to straight up knock her ass around with either a solid scorching ray, and it's still sneak attacking it, a snowball, which again, if she has spell resistance, which might be a thing, could be a problem. Doesn't even look like she's a choice to hit anymore, which means we did enough damage to her that she's out of the fight. So let's actually take on her buddy, the elf over here, and knock him silly. Oh, that's one way of doing it. Good work, Octavia. Jubilos' turn. Yo, bomb boy. Get bombastic. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Bleed for me.
Your friends didn't last long, kid. Okay, help Jaethal to resolve the situation. So that means that we need to talk to her.
If you dare.
To her sister, her daughter. It just happened. Oh, shit, behind us.
You forced my hand.
Oh, hell. They're all coming to her aid. Alright, skeletons. Work, yo. I thought there was going to be a little conversation chat over there. Because these are the guys that were just outside of range of everything. Octavia. Okay, I feel like it's cantrip time. Move this way so we're within range. Dunk that fool. Time for a snowball spell to the fool. 104 damage. Nice work, kid. Nice work. Alright. Good enough. Reg, can you charge these fools?
You're using it wrong.
Yeah, I know. What you can do is electric bolt that bitch. Ah, reflex save. Boo. Alright, Dora's turn.
Strike!
Come here, Dora. Show me your masterpiece. Whoa! Goodbye. Alright. No. Save that miss. I assume we're supposed to talk to the daughter. What the hell? Multi-waves of weirdness. Elf, elf, and more elf. Okay, Dora. There you go. Okay, Octavia. Over here. Use our little cantrip trick. And obliterate that fool. And cone of cold these fools. Oof. Jaethal, I need your help, hon. Oh yeah.
A fine use of my talents.
Okay, Tristan. Bone Shaker. Oop, someone got him with a slow spell, it looks like. Except for that one. And that one too. And that one. Oh yeah, set his face on fire. Reg. Charge is full. Oh yeah. Another quick save. Help Jaethal to resolve the situation. Of course, before... Oops. I'm gonna say before we get to a cutscene, let's see if we can actually loot everybody. Never know when we won't get a chance to come back for this stuff. There's her dead daughter. Dying daughter, whatever. Ugh. She looks defeated. Jaethal approaches the fallen Nortellera and freezes like a statue. The scene from the elven camp of the Thorn River repeats itself once again, but now instead of some unknown elven girl, her own daughter lies at the Inquisitor's feet, and she seems still alive. I hear you, Jaethal speaks under her breath, and you realize that she is talking neither to her daughter nor to you nor anyone else. For a moment you are filled with a strange sensation of someone else's presence, someone evil, but somehow jubilant. And then the feeling fades. Jaethal's eyes grow clear. Yes, mistress, I am ready. Jaethal turns to you. Her eyes are glowing with a cold flame. Urgathoa wants me to choose one of the two paths of faith. I can use Taneka's ritual to regain a living body with all the pleasures that it offers. The children I can then bear will be the source of my immortality. I will become an eternal spirit, changing temporary vessels, and even the ages-long lifespan of the elves will be to me as a season. So, for those of you that didn't see that episode, we're skimmed right through it. We tried to save another follower of Urgathoa. We didn't try to save her, actually. I take that back. She gave us a choice. She said she'd share with us a ritual that would allow her to inhabit the body of another younger living person. So basically swapping bodies, basically. And then her old body would die. So she could be immortal because you just hop bodies younger every time. She just hop into another younger body. She tried to do that with her children, but her husband apparently panicked and freaked because he realized what she was trying to do and saved the kids, I think. And he ran away looking for help. So she ran away because the townfolk with pitchforks and fire was trying to set her on fire. We killed that woman, but we got the ritual first. That's the ritual she's talking about, Taneka's ritual. So she wants to use basically her own daughter to swap her mind into the body of her living daughter. So she's no longer undead. Her daughter would die in the process, and then she would use her daughter's body and just basically inhabit that, have kids, and every time that she would want to hop up to a younger body, she'd just squirt out another child, let it grow up a little bit, raise them right and healthy and strong and all that shit, and then hop into that person's body. And just through the years, just hop into her younger siblings and grandchildren and great-grandchildren on down the ages. That's straight up creepy. There's another way. I will remain undead, eternal, unchanging, and impeccable. In exchange for my final sacrifice, Urgathoa will grant me new power, a perfect spirit or perfect undead. Either way, I shall be her perfect follower. All that my gods requires of me is the life of my daughter, here and now. Nortellera is barely able to move her lips. A fine choice. I always knew that Urgathoa would someday demand it from you. My life. Don't let her do it, Dora. Killing her own daughter or taking her body. This is true, genuine evil. There can be no way back, neither for Jaethal nor for any of us. The girl's got herself into trouble and she deserves a beating for it. Both of them, in fact, mother and daughter. Here's my expert opinion. The situation looks quite bad and you must decide carefully here. Interfering in the affairs of the gods might be a bad idea. You got a point. Taneka's ritual, what will happen if you use it? Rebirth, in a way. Jaethal looks to her daughter. The power of the blood bond is great. Urgathoa will extract my spirit from this dead body and move it to a new living one, which I once gave birth to. A body you once gave birth to, Nortellera repeats quietly. I was prepared to kill you. I was prepared for you to kill me, but I never imagined that I would be no more than a vessel. No mere vessel, child. A priceless gift. Jaethal speaks with a face of stone. Oh, see, we got lawful good. Attack Jaethal. My patience is at an end. I can no longer tolerate your evil ways. Neutral, do whatever you wish. I care not what you choose. Neutral evil. Unlife has provided you with new powers and placed you above the laws of nature. Sacrifice your daughter as Urgathoa wishes, but remain what you are. Other neutral evil choice. Life is full of feeling and pleasure, which cannot be tasted by the undead. Take the body of your daughter, Jaethal, and be reunited with your desires. And let me bad touch you later when we're not having this conversation. Or neutral good. Jaethal, stop. You cannot do this to your daughter. And that's the one we're going to go with. Jathal's eyes look stern and motionless. Do you understand what you ask? I cannot resist Urgathoa's will, even if I had good reason to do so. The gods do not forgive disobedience. I have served you well, but now I must have what I so desperately need. So our choices is this was what turned Nortellera against you in the first place. Break this chain of senseless violence before it's too late. Or you surely put much effort into raising your daughter. You surely put much effort into raising your daughter. Were you proud of what she became, or am I wrong? Do you really want to sacrifice all this now? Or she's your daughter. Don't you have at least an echo of love for her? And wow, that's a tough choice, man. So it's still the same answer each time. Don't do it. But what are we playing to? Her vanity, right? So literally, love, she doesn't have any feelings of love. This one here, her investment in her daughter. She was quite proud of her and literally trained her. That one makes sense to me. I do like this one, though. So it's 2 or 3 to me. This is what turned Notarella against you in the first place. Break this chain of senseless bonds before it's too late. And if we mess this up, and it's obvious that we messed this up, I have a scum save earlier, so we're okay. I'm going to go with 3. Now I'm going to go with 2. You surely put much effort into raising your daughter. Were you proud of what she became, or am I wrong? Do you really want to sacrifice all this now? A barely noticeable shadow of doubt runs through the depths of Jaethal's dark eyes. I will regret it. Perhaps I will even feel sad, or once or twice a year, but I will not turn back. I cannot turn back. God damn, even more choices. Let's see. Remember the girl at the camp in the North River? She would rather die than become undead. You bear destruction and grief. Those are your gifts you offer. It's what Urgathol gave to you. That sounds terrible. I'll remember the story of Taneka. You can blame Enio for what happened to her, but in truth it was her faith in Urgathoa that condemned her and offered her no comfort in her time of need. There we go. She was foolish, weak, unworthy of Urgathoa's gifts. With me it will be different. I shall live as I wish. I won't run with my enemies like a rat. Jaethal's face remains motionless, and yet it seems that the memory of Taneka's terrible fate stirs in her some unspoken feeling. We're getting to her, boys. Remember the girl... Alright, so time to do the other one. Remember the girl at the camp near the Thorn River. She would rather die than become undead. You bear destruction and grief. Those are the gifts you offer. It's what Urgathoa gave to you. I didn't want to torture her, only to preserve her youth and beauty for eternity. Jaethal takes a long look at her daughter, as if comparing the 2 girls and recalling the fate of the first. Jaethal suddenly stops speaking and remains silent for a long time. Her empty, undead face does not betray the thoughts and feelings rushing through her mind. Behind the mask, she glances at you, her daughter, the grass, the trees, the sky, as if trying to put them all into the same picture. I've come such a long way, she says finally. Eternal escape. Life is constant expectation. Decisions made for me. Should I finish all this? Yes, Jaethal, you have to. Fine, Jaethal looks at her daughter and speaks with simmering calm. Do not dare disappoint me, girl. I do not wish to learn that I gave up so much for an ordinary, worthless being who cannot manage her life. Be exceptional in everything you do. Jaethal straightens her shoulders with a nervous movement and looks straight ahead. I must disappoint you, goddess. I reject your gift. Massive XP bump. I think this is the ending we were hoping for. And here's why. Because the guy gets pissy. Kills her. I mean, kills her, like, plodes her ass. Little bodies. Reveal my destiny. Manifest destiny! Alright, talk to Notarella. I made 2 mistakes with her, Notarella says as you approach. The first time back in Keonan, when I defended her before the court and argued that she might change. The second time here, when I sought to kill, believing that she could never change. I owe you my life, King, my life and my hopes. I pray that one day I might repay you in kind, but for now, I wish to give you one of my mother's things. I don't think I'll ever be able to touch this again. Thank you for everything and farewell. We got a ring. Magic shit. Oh, yeah. Peace out. Alright, let's loot the camp.
I'm there.
As all true kings should. Ain't nothing here, man. What the hell? You guys suck. Taking your body stuff.
I do what I must.
Thank you.
Follow.
We'll go through all the loot here in a mo. Just want to give the camp another quick once over. What a sneaky little path. Alright, up here. So, pausing it. Inventory, and again we'll sort by newest to oldest. What did we just pick up? Belt dexterity, padded armor, quarterstaff, some boring mundane shit that we'll sell. Nothing of any real import here. Some daggers. Teacher +2, rapier +2, okay. What was the ring? Signet of the Incorruptible. This ring allows its wearer to use the Inquisitor's Judgment ability 3 more times per day. Ooh. That's sexy. Sadly, our Inquisitor that we have doesn't have Judgment. We've picked a specific subclass of Inquisitor that didn't have access to Judgment, if I remember correctly. We'll have to check that. But I'm fairly certain we don't. It's a damn shame, because that would have been a nice upgrade. We will keep the ring in memory of our lost comrade, Jaethal. Alright. But that's the end of that story arc. Now let's take a look at our journal. Let's see. That would have been probably on our companion quest. Yeah, reveal my destiny. All green check marks, so you have to feel you did it right. Again, there's probably an ending where she survives, but it's not the point. That doesn't mean you get a green check mark. And even if you do, that doesn't mean it's the right ending. So I feel good about that. So we still have Octavia's and Lindsay's to finish up. Still need to find our throne. Still need to prepare dreams. Need to figure out what to do with that damn EMR bastard. So let's head back to our kingdom for that, shall we? That was pretty cool. I didn't think we were getting to her, actually. I'm pretty impressed that we actually did. And that, like I said, was a lot of XP there. I would not be surprised if someone else leveled up back home as a result of all that. Now we are, of course, a person down. So we got a 5-person team instead of a 6-person team. That's okay. We're heading right back to base anyway. Tristan took a pounding out there, though. Dorville. What? Okay. Enter. Let's do the main square because we want to sell our goods off first. Not bad, not bad. Things are clipping right along here. I'm still waiting for Pitax, though, to start chiming in and being the douchebag that we know him to be. Is it the beginning of the month yet? And the only reason I asked that is because remember we were trying to do our fast forward 14 days at a time to rank up people. We want to do that at the beginning of the month, bare minimum. So, how are we doing on time? Ooh, it's almost the beginning of the month. Outstanding.
In due time.
It's good timing on our part. So what that means is we'll literally have the ability to rank up some. Oh, hell yeah, we got people that ranked up. Okay, not those. Oh, we have Jaethal's gear. See that? Rapier +2, longsword +2. Deposit those. Cold iron dagger, keeping that. The staffs, light crossbows. These are just straight up dagger +1s. Jaethal's old dagger, we're still keeping that. Here's her bone mail that she wore. Blade guard that she had. Get rid of those shields. Don't need that breastplate +3. Or the chain shirts +2. Don't need padded armor or chain shirts. Feel good about that. Rings and stuff. Got a lot of these damn +1 rings. Keep the natural armor +2 stuff. But the belts here of +2 we can get rid of. Strength +4, yeah. Resistance. I'm gonna keep the resistance +3 cloaks just in case. And where's her ring? Here, the signet of the incorruptible. Shroud of Abaddon. Yeah, we got all kinds of good stuff up here still. Okay, now from there, how are we doing on our key? Ooh, 2 charges left. We only have 2 more monsters of whatever to fight. Yeah. And that's just for that place that we already fought, so it's not really necessary, but I do like keeping track of it because it'll kind of give you a feel for when we could have gone there officially and beat the game that way. So that's the I forget the name of the guy. Farnarius? Basically an undead lich son of a bitch. Real mean, real nasty. He's the one that gave us most of our epic loot. Quick save, of course. Nothing here. We'll get rid of stuff later. Talk to the throne. See how we're doing on time here. 2 days before Tristan turns in his. That could be on the 1st or the 31st for all I know, because I don't know how many days in this month. But it looks like he will pass it, so we don't have to particularly worry. So what I'm going to do is rest. We will drop off stuff. Again, we got all Jaethal's gear just sitting in our pack right now. It's making us heavy. So we're going to drop off her gear. Bone shard and the penalty. The bone meal armor, blade guard, and everything else here I don't particularly worry about. Got another piece of sky metal though. We definitely want to drop that off. And we want to swap that up here with this. And was there anything else that we picked up that may go in that list of things? I don't think so. Alright. So, Eve. We want to go here. And probably just skip a day or two until he turns in that quest. His opportunity or his problem that he's working on. And by then, like I said, it'll probably be the first of the month. We do our 14-day skip ahead. So we got 2 days. 31 days this month. Triumph. The counselor's servants arrested the mischievous Fae and compelled him to repair the damage he'd done. +3 to loyalty. Our espionage is going up. Feeling good about that. Really need to get him ranked up to like 4. Same with culture. And military as well. But Reg is still crushing it. I mean, his check is +17, man. He's doing real good on his own. Region-wise, let's actually go check out our area of Dunsword. I want to see how much of it's been built for our town. There it is. Enter. Looks like they've been working on it. Still nothing built. How many days before they're done? But the teleportation circle will be done in 2 days, so not long is the point. Okay, so now we can save it since we know that he passed his check. We're working on now. 7 and 6 days will be the next one. So let's skip a day and head to the throne room proper. Because like I said, at the beginning of the month, they almost always want to have the nurse and wants to stop by and give a shit. So we'll give a quick chance to see if they stop by. If not, we'll go back in. Skip another 14 days. Yep. So let's do a 14-day jump. So who do we rank up from here? Well, most people are busy. See that? But it looks like Lindsay is not. And she is our stability person, if I'm not mistaken. No, she's a relations person. She's at 6 already. Okay, I don't want to do that one then. Oh, Jubilost is available. Okay, we can do economy. Okay, let's take a look. Looks like we have this person is available. We have this person available. Christian, loyalty. Okay, cool. And Lindsay is available. So that's our 3 choices. And again, it'll burn up 14 days. So it don't matter who, as far as nothing's being done right now and no one's busy. But we have people that we want to kiss ass to. So Nazriel, population, that's none of these people. Loyalty is not population. I need community to go up. That's Val. Okay, but she also likes relations going up, and that's Lindsay. And she wants relations to 6. Oh, we already got relations to 6. Oh, boo. Okay, well, we got what she needs then. Okay, so until we can rank up Valerie some more. And Valerie is already at the 5. The next upgrade for Nazriel would be population of 9. So this would need to be a 9, not a 5. So that's a ways away. So not Lindsay. Okay, we take her off the list for the time being. Who else? We got economy, and we have, what is that, loyalty? So let's see, who's the loyalty? Loyalty's Bakken. So if we rank him up, and he's at a 13, we could definitely use some help. He's at a 15. I say we rank up Tristan. He's actually lower than 5. So just like economy's a 5, this will be a nice boon in the right direction. So let's do that. Start that project. Now, he needs to be a loyalty of 6 for Bakken to be really happy. But we'll get there. I'm not worried about that. Success. Triumph, +5 military. Success, +3 divine. Very nice. Again, our divine and numbers are looking really good here. Even espionage got a little loving. Triumph, arcane +3. Nice. Another triumph. Loyalty +1, culture +4. Okay, now we have all these things still to do. So, what we got here. I'm just going to start putting people in places and seeing what we have from there. He's actually one that doesn't want to be on that job. He's the only one that can do that one. Dredge is available for that one. We have a problem that needs to be solved by these two guys, and we have time, so I'm not worried about it. And someone wants to talk to us, so let's do a quick, well, let's actually do a hard save here. Just because we do so many quick saves, it's easy to corrupt files. If you have a hard save and then a quick save, you're more likely not to have a problem. At least that's what I've found. Not that the game hasn't been bug-free for a long time. There has been issues still. I still have it crash on occasion, and more of that I assume is because of the mods I'm using than the game itself, so I'm not trying to pick on the game. But back in the day when this game was originally released like a year plus ago, it was very buggy, very, very broken. Still a great game. That's why I kept enjoying it, but I'm happy that they fixed it, and the devs did an amazing job fixing it. Tristan, Dora, the situation has become rather fraught. A group of mercenaries arrived in our lands to seek a better future. They've banded together for safety. Some have even been hired by our merchants as bodyguards. Yeah, we've had this argument already before. Alas, their manners are low, and the locals are prejudiced against them. They fight more and more often. The peasants want us to banish the mercenaries. The merchants want us to protect them, regardless of the peasants' complaints. So Tristan's suggestion is draw from the treasury to finance more guards. We want to do it peacefully, basically. So if we throw the mercenaries out, we pay the guards to do like extra shifts and get a bonus to stability and economy. And then we have, of course, this one here, where it's the economy bonus, but stability decrease, where we side with the merchant, the merchants/mercenaries. So you can side with the peasants, which is pisses off the merchants, which takes away your money. Your economy goes down. This one here is just straight up BP cost, and a bonus for both stats, economy and stability. That's what we did last time. We're going to do the same again. Notice, support the counselor's endeavors. He's willing to be ranked up again, which is a staple for him, because we literally have so many points invested in him. We really could rank him up probably 3 or 4 more times, and he'd still be okay with that. But again, it would take 14-day increments to do that. +1 to loyalty. Rank up, that's the rank up here for him again, from 5 to 6. And I'm not adverse to doing that, but here's the problem. People are turning stuff in. We have, this one can be solved, but it has to be solved before the end of this month. At least they have to be on it. If we jump 14 days, it'll be the 29th. That's plenty of time. So we can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start these guys up. Make sure that if they have a coin, if they need a coin, that they get it. It looks like I'm good to go. He's kind of hit or miss, but honestly, he's been crushing it lately, and it's only an opportunity, so I'm just going to literally roll with the punches on that one and try to level him up the natural way. So not use a coin. Because we're kind of getting to the hard part of the game where stuff is crashing on me, where literally if you don't do enough good things, you stop being stable and you go into the bad territory. Notice we had a couple periods here where we went from stable to worried, and then worried to stable. Literally, the Great Rebellion caused that, and that's something that we just had to deal with. Now, this one, again, we have time to put them on this. If I do a rank up, again, hard save, if we do a rank up, that's fine. How many other quests, though, are going to show up if we do a rank up is my concern. That's why we're doing the hard save and a quick save as well, so that we can scum it. Also, we want to check our journal to make sure we don't have some outstanding quests that we should be working on right now. I mean, I know we have to look for our throne still and other stuff as well, but I have yet to see anything that tells me where to go or what to do on any of that. So again, waiting to find out about this. Path of Dreams. Oh, and by the way, there may be... Aha. I can do a 7-day update instead of a 14-day jump. Magic of the Abandoned Keep. This would make someone else happy in our kingdom. And that would be 7 days. Trading ground, other... Away into Nyrissa's Dream. We need to do that still, too. I might actually do that instead with her. Kingdom Defense. Lost Dwarven Knowledge, Eldori Fighting School. I may do this one with her and skip a 14-day jump again to rank someone else up. We've saved anyway, so if something happens, we can go back in time. Let's see, rank up. Who are we ranking up now? And Tristan can go again, which might be a good idea. Lindsay could go. She could be level 7, which is kind of overkill. And everyone else is busy. So it's really one of those two. So I think probably Tristan. So let's do a quick save. Start that project again. And again, this is level 6 for loyalty, and that will be making someone else incredibly happy, like Bakken. So, definite upgrade. Remember, we're trying to get him to make us the magic potion elixir that he makes is a +2 to all my physical and mental stats permanently. Success. Failure. And again, we're scum saving this part, so this will be why we have to hop back and forth in time to make sure we pass all this stuff. The other concern will be that a quest shows up where only Octavia can do it this month, because she's going to be busy all this month and half of next month, and that could be a concern. Come on, team, you can do this. Success, of course. Triumph, +1 community, +4 stability. Failure. What's this? Taxing assassins. Oof. Okay, come on, Hicken. You can do this, buddy. I have faith in your abilities. We got a region problem as well. Or upgrade, probably. Success. Failure. Wow, now it's going the other way. This is the downside of doing the 14-day jumps like this. We literally have probably half a dozen people at least that's going to turn stuff in. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of them. And then I got 3 that are still left behind because she's going to be working on hers for another 16 days. He's got 6 days on his still. He'll have 6 days on his still. But we got, like I said, a bunch that we're turning in when we do this jump up. We'll get it. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully I don't get too frustrated with this because I'm getting hungry already. Success. Success. Failure. Nope. Let's take a quick gander at Ekendio to see how many coins he needs. Maybe that's the problem. We can't give him any more now. That's another downside of this. Is we didn't give him any at the time. Yeah, he's at 40. Yeah. It's going to be rough, but it's close enough to a 50 that I don't feel too bad about this. It'll literally happen. It's just going to take a little more backpedaling time. The downside will be when he passes, then someone else is going to fail. Check. Success. Failure. Come on, Ekendio. You can do this. This will go another way to buff his espionage too. When he passes, his espionage will probably go up. So if you actually look at it, it'll tell you what happens on a success. So his espionage is so close to another level up. I want to say it's every 20 points invested you can go to another rank. So getting to 60 will allow him probably to go to level 4, which I would definitely want to do for him. He is desperately in need of an upgrade. Get it, buddy. Dun, 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 dun. You guys can do it. I have faith in your abilities. Oh. Redo. My ice cold lemonade's getting warm, guys. Come on, cut it out. It's serious business. Okay. Failure. Nope. Alright. Come on, guys. We gotta get serious here. Tired of messing around. You can do this. Just always keep an eye on your stable stat over here. Stable and Serena are the only 2 choices that you really want. Success. Failure. Do it again. If you ever see that it goes, we saw this once before. We failed something and or something happened. We went from stable to unstable. And then when we passed something, again, if you see this here where it says worried to stable, we completed the quest, the Grey Rebellion. It was a scum save. We literally had to do it repeatedly to get it to pass. When it finally passed, you saw that the stable popped up while it was doing all this spinning of 14 days worth of time. All this stuff here, it went from unstable to stable, or worried, I should say, to stable. Success. Failure. Heck and Dio, man, that's 40% is getting rough on you. Not sure why it's so bad. You would think that he'd at least have passed it once by now. But apparently I would be wrong. Go! I wonder how close we are to Pitax being a jerk. Because we have a big fight waiting for us over there, I hear. Triumph, love that. Don't like the failures, though. Come on, Ekin. Get it together, bro. We need you to be a badass. Probably should have just given him a damn coin way back when. Oh well, live and learn. And what else are you going to use the coins for? But like I said, I know until we get those rank ups going, we are going to have problems. And I do not want to burn coins on silly shit. If I can scum save it with just a little bit of effort. Here we go, there's a triumph. Espionage plus 3. Oh, this went down. Did you see this? Something happened. Community and loyalty triumph, devastating raise. That's why. Okay, the walls have ears. So we failed on that one. So back in time again. Like I said, multiple people that have to pass at the same time. This is always going to be a problem. When he finally passes, something bad's going to happen. What's Jubilos rocking at? He have 55. Again, he's the same kind of problem. He's about a coin toss away from passing it. So again, it shouldn't be too hard to line up multiple coin tosses like this. Plenty of people are on the plus side, well into the pluses, above 50%. So I'm not too worried about passing most of them. Like, this always passes. This one usually passes. And this one always seems to want to fail because he's on the 40% side of things. Ooh. When we get to Pitax proper, when we actually do the fight, I should say, for Pitax. I don't know if that's at the same time that they let us through the doors, if that's like just one big event, or if we come back later. But anyway, when we get around to that big screw you event, nice triumph. Success. It gets to be really amazing. Nice triumph. Success. Plus 3 economy. Another success. Military and Divine. Divine's looking amazing. Alright. Hard save. Well, quick save first. Let's look at that region. Belly of the Stolen Lands. Give the grassy plains of Dunsword a new life. Let the crops and gardens flourish among the frightened ruins of the Cyclopean Empire. Effect +1 community and loyalty for every brewery, granary, and windmill in this and all adjacent regions. Cool. We need to go over there, by the way. And look at all the stuff that popped up. See what I'm saying? So, question is going to be, do we have enough people to do all the things that we have listed here? Just going to randomly put people in places until we see what's what. Minister wants to talk to us. Dio can do this one, but only poorly. His counselor waits in the throne room. We're still waiting for this problem to be solved. Okay, so actually Keston needs to be on this one, right? Keston. Anyone else can do that? Yeah, people that are already busy. You can swap out with Lindsay. You can swap out with Val. And then you are available for this one. Yeah. I'll have to clearly give him a coin for this one. Let's take a look at this, though. Council wants to talk to us. Keston's good here, but he's probably going to need a coin. Man, this is going to be rough. Lindsay's solid. She needs a coin. Jesus. He's fine. He doesn't need a coin. He will. Okay, so, anyway, quick save. We want to go to the throne room. Talk to these people real quick. Alright. Come on, guys. Give me some news. What do you got for me? Okay. It's got to be Ekin. We found that one who meant to harm us. By day, he's a small fish, a scribe in Galton. At night, he becomes an important spy from Litran, the Galton city of great gardeners. We do not know what his interest in is in us, but we're following him. He recently sent a message to Galt. We managed to intercept the courier on a backwoods path. The message contained a list of all Galton spies in Litran. Their lives are in our hands. Many would be willing to pay for this list. Galt, first among them. Selling it would mean a death sentence to everyone on the list. I suggest we report the traitor to Galton. We don't want these deaths on our conscience. Tell me more about Galton and Galt. A revolution took place in Galt. Many were executed without trial. Others fled and hid in Galton. They were the merchants and nobles. They dreamed of reclaiming their homes and of vengeance. So the Citizens' Directorate of Spies against Galt was established. The Great Gardeners have a monastery in Litran, a city in Galt. They are spies and punishers. They keep Galt safe from enemies both without and within. Their faces are covered with masks, which means anyone could be one of them. They are quite feared and known for showing no mercy. Okay, so if we do this one, bonus to relations and espionage. Report the treachery to Galton, which is what he wants to do. Bonus to relations and espionage. Gain 2,000 gold. Sell the information to Daggermark. Get 2,000 gold pieces. That seems lame. That should be way more than 2,000 gold pieces, in my opinion. Let's do what he wants. Report the treachery to Galton. Galton's people will stay alive. The traitor will go to jail. It's a good decision. Support the minister's endeavors. That's his next rank up. And scouting the eastern region is another thing that we have available to us. Remember, we send out scouts. They will find any territories that we have not personally found. Dora, situation has developed. We must decide if we shall follow the letter of the law or do what my heart tells me is right. Travelers, merchants, vessels roam the rivers of the Stone Lands. They sell low-priced goods and bypass the official fees. They sell nothing special, of course. Cheap clothes, utensils, simple tools. These are lifesavers for our peasants who can afford little else. However, the merchants are unhappy with the current situation. They wish to fund a boat squad to hunt down and sink the travelers' boats. Well, of course the merchants want that, the dickheads. The merchants are allegedly enforcing the laws and fighting against the sales of stolen property. But in fact, they're only greedy to control the small percentage of goods that the travelers live on. It's up to you to decide what we shall do. I'm sure you can see why this troubles me. We must interfere and prevent this injustice. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. Let the merchants know that their efforts are not required. If they touch any vessels that isn't theirs, we will have to resort to force. The obvious choice other than that is to let the merchants and their mercenaries do as they will, which we're not going to do. Thank you, Dora. The law doesn't always grant protection to those in need. +1 to community, +2 to loyalty. The Helping Hand event is available now, and support the counselor's endeavors, which is next rank up. Boom. Now, did any artisans show up? Come on, guys. Yo! Give me free shit. Is that Naz? Naz. According to our agreement, brought you a gift. Weaver's Chainmail. Alright, this is Naz. What do you got for me, kid? Nazriel makes all kinds of good stuff. That's why I'm always giving them shit to do. Want something from you. Elven metalwork, I think. I think I want the elven metalwork one again. My people have been honing their talents for an eternity. Elven craftsmanship is always the best. Right on. She can make a ring called the Dragonfly ring. That's what I'm shooting for. This is Talkie Talk, Shania. I'm happy to see you, O most worthy one. A new gift and new stories await you. Please accept this fine item. It has been crafted according to the traditions of Voldrani craftsmanship. Even in the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious would inspire awe and envy. The Fervent Edge. Thank you. Blah, 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 piss off. She never gives you a chance to tell her what to make. She just leaves. Okay, who's this now? Is this Bakken? Bakken. Ha! Greetings, my king. I'm drowning in orders these days and barely have time to do them all. My regular clients have mostly been peasants and hunters, but arcanists are showing up from time to time. Not only do they pay me for potions, but they also help me create some of them. This is because of our upgrade with Tristan, by the way. Here's the gift for you on this occasion. Potion of protection from spells. Well, that's not the one I want, but it's okay. He's in the good mood is the point. He's giving us better and more important gifts. So, just to show you what we just picked up. Newest to oldest, we have picked up the Weaver's Chainmail. Acid resistant +3 chain mail, excuse me. So 9 armor here, 2 more if you have a high enough dexterity, so an 11 total armor class, best case scenario. Acid resistance, but another bonus here, +2 resistance bonus to reflex saving throws, and best part, the ability to cast web spell 3 times a day as a 5th level wizard. That's not bad for a fighter, for instance. That, you know, again, this is good armor. You got just enough dexterity to make this worthwhile, so that literally it's better than plate mail. And now, of course, enchanted plate mail would be way better, but you're still fast in this stuff. And like I said, it's a solid armor upgrade. And acid resistance is nice just to have it, and then the resistance bonus as well, and then you get the ability to cast a spell a few times a day. Definitely appreciate it on someone like a fighter, a ranger, a barbarian that could wear this. This is a solid choice. We have a Falcata, I think. Fervent Edge. I think we've seen this one before. Incinerating Furious one. Yeah, Brass Falcata. Oh, grants Righteous Might spell once a day as a 9th level cleric. Does 2d6 of extra fire damage, so it's a greater flaming weapon. As far as it's concerned, they call it incinerating, but that's what that is. 2d6 of damage. And then the Furious part, where if they're under the effect of a rage spell or rage, as a barbarian, for instance, it's a +2 better weapon, so +3 turns into basically +5 under those conditions. It's cool. No one's going to use it. And this is, of course, the potion that Bakken just made for us. Potion of protection from spells. Now notice this is a potion of protection from spells. Caster level 19. Gotta love Bakken. So this lasts for 190 minutes. That's about as good as it gets. And there's no gradient. It's not like if it was like a caster level 1 versus caster level 5 million. It still behaves in the same way as far as the buff. +8 resistance bonus to all saving throws against spells and spell-like abilities. Now that's something we could pocket and enjoy having on the team. So that could come in soup's hand.
How may I serve you, Your
I
Highness?
need to sell you some stuff that I don't want. Are we going to keep the Weaver's Chainmail? I'd rather have the monies. And again, nothing else has been showing up in our prices of stuff where we could sell them off and be happy. Let's actually check to make sure that we didn't have people drop off stuff in here. I don't think so. There's our dead zone. Probably need to widen that dead zone just a little bit so it's a little more obvious. Okay. But yeah, pretty good. Alright, let's do a quick once over of this and probably call it quits for the day. It's been about 2 hours plus. I'll chop it into 2 separate videos. Espionage increase, loyalty increase. Notice we have more projects, 2 different rank ups. One desperately needed, the other will definitely do, not right now necessarily, but it's coming. We have a bonus to other, that's the scouting the regions. Again, Ekin will probably be the one to do that for us. An economy buff, the helping hand, provide the counselor, it's him, +2 bonus when resolving situations. Now that's not bad. That's, again, without having to rank him up, that's a bonus to his rank. Because remember, he's at a +17 right now. That's 2 more, is what that's basically telling you. So he would be at a 19. That's not bad at all. That's something we'll definitely do instead of ranking him up. Now here's our people. We need, before we forget, we need to do this part. So how many coins will we need to spend to make this awesome? He's fine. Let's just start him now. She needs a coin just to get it passing. 50-50 chance. He needs a coin just to get it 40%. She's fine. He needs a coin as well. See, we're burning up our damn coins real fast now. And it just can't be helped. There's nothing we can do about that, because we don't want to be here scum saving these things forever. It would literally take forever to get something to pass on a 16% at the time. There is, again, mods out there for those of you that are interested in that sort of thing to straight up cheat. You can even set the kingdom management like we're doing right now to autopilot. That's something you do under the option setting of the actual vanilla version of the game. The downside is you don't get the interactions of all this cool shit anymore. So you could do that if you're really worried about failing. I have failed it twice already because of me mismanaging it and not ranking these up as soon as I could. And I still feel like we're behind the curve. I mean, I know we are. We should probably be right around 6s for everything right now. So the fact we only got like 2 that are 6s, a couple of, well, several 5s, but a lot of 3s is really indicative that we're getting hosed. Ekin definitely needs an upgrade. Definitely want military eventually, but culture, these would be like the next 2 I want to upgrade. So that's basically what we're going to be working on next. But with that, it's been long enough. My name is Brotherman. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys tonight. Bye now.